Hi, welcome to the 10-Minute Parent. My name is Don Bolt, and for the next, 5 to 10 minutes, we'll be talking about some aspect of biblical parenting, just to encourage you and to help you as you're raising your children. Today we're going to talk about just a concept, all right? And I want to just say what the concept is, and I want to take you a little while into the scriptures and then bring you back to practical application. And here's the statement, okay? If it's a big problem, it'll happen again. And if it never happens again, then it wasn't a big problem. When it comes to working with our children, there are times when something happens and we don't have a good case, I'll just say. And what I want to talk about just for a moment here is the disaster, the damage that's done by a false accusation. All right? Because false accusations, well, you did this, and then you find out, well, no, they really didn't, okay? That's very damaging to your authority and your place of influence as a parent. I mean, think about it for yourself. I mean, if you're ever in a situation where somebody falsely accused you, how hard it was for you to trust their judgment in the future. And so what I'm going to encourage you is that there are times when you're disciplining your children that you know what they did. As we say in the business here, so to speak, you know that you know that you know. All right, your knower knows that you know that they did it. All right, and there's other times when you just think so. All right, sometimes you're trying to solve a frustrating problem with a child, and you really think they've done something, but you aren't sure. Well, what I'm going to encourage you is, like the Supreme Court in the United States of America, to wait for a good case. All right, there are times that cases come up through the courts, and they get up towards the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will refuse to hear the case, and you think, what? That was a very important thing. But the reason that they refused to hear it wasn't because they didn't see the importance of it. The reason they refused to hear it was because it wasn't a good case. It wasn't going to give them the opportunity for a nice, clear outcome that would actually establish something. And so they turned it down and waited for a better case. Well, as a parent, sometimes you're going to do that. Now, I want to just take you into the scriptures for a moment and understand that, if you look back in the Old Testament, there were times when obviously the people weren't doing right, all right? But you sense this kind of God is waiting. Well, God is waiting for a few reasons. One reason that's told to us that He's waiting is because He's patient. All right, and patience is a virtue that we all need to cultivate as parents. And if you don't know you need patience as a parent, you aren't one yet. Okay, you're dreaming about what it'll be like to be a child, but you don't have a child yet. Because by the time you get that newborn home from the hospital and they keep you up all night, you understand patience is going to be something very, very important for you. Patience, one of the things it implies is being able to wait. Being able to wait in difficult circumstances, and sometimes when you have something that you're trying to deal with a child. Yeah, dishonesty is an example, or just some kind of misbehavior, mistreating a sibling, or that sort of thing. And you're wanting to deal with this. You want to get this done with and out of the way. Well, it's probably not going to be out of the way that quick, anyways. And so, to help you to understand that patience is going to be involved here. And there's times when God is just being patient. Says He's not slack, as some people count slackness, but He's patient. Okay, not willing to see anybody perish. He wants everybody to come to salvation. And so there's this desire that He has to be patient with us, with hopes of a good outcome. Other reasons why God waits. Well, sometimes He's waiting for the sinfulness of a people to be full up to where it's at the place where judgment is going to be something that really makes a whole lot of sense. And so you see God waiting. I will tell you that there are times where you have to wait. And, and I would encourage you as you're waiting to pray, God, give me a clear, nice set of circumstances where I can actually discipline my child in a way that's going to bring them around to the right way of thinking here, the right way of behaving. And so in those times of patience, just to remember that, that again, if it's a big problem, okay, so, the child did something wrong. Well, if it's a big problem, it's already happened more than once. It's going to happen again. So feeling like, oh, if I miss this opportunity, I've missed my great opportunity, when well, maybe this isn't your great opportunity because you don't know for sure. You came into the room and you think you know what's happened. I know I have made this mistake many, many times in the upbringing of my children, where I came in, thought I understood the situation, and really didn't. Again, in Proverbs, there's this scripture that says that to answer a matter before you've heard the whole matter is foolishness. Okay, so being willing to just wait for the good case, we'll just say. And frankly, if it never happens again, okay, you didn't miss your opportunity. It wasn't a big problem. You're not going to be able to deal with everything in your child's life. We've talked about this in other videos. You're going to have to pick your battles. You're going to have to decide what's most important to deal with your children about. And so, with this one, what I want to just say is learn some patience with your child, and don't be afraid to wait for that good case, because again, false accusations, very, very undermining to your ability as a parent to really be able to be the person who represents God to them and communicates God's truth in ways that actually direct their behavior in a direction that's going to be pleasing to you and to God. And so with that, I'm going to say, God bless you. Thank you for joining us with us here at the 10-Minute Parent. We'll see you again next time.